I'm just curious. Are you tread switching?
Oh, forgot.
Unacceptable, sir. You need to go into an unranked game or whatever it takes, and you need to load it up
Oh,
with what?
I do it, but it's oh yeah.
What I'm
It's
telling you,
exclusive.
here's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay, I learned about tread switching when I had played Dota for like 2 years. Okay, I didn't even know it existed. I learned about it, and somebody told me. One of my friends told me, Brian, this is really fucking important. Like, it's really efficient. And I spent the next 15 games of Slark saying I am going to tread switch every single spell. Okay, it took me like 2 seconds to Dark Pact. Okay, because I'm like, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, it's just not muscle memory, dude. It's like, it's not muscle memory. And this is one of those things where once it becomes muscle memory, it's like easy peasy. But before that, it's like very stressful. Sometimes you're gonna forget. So like straight up, go ahead.
When I go into a game, I think I have like what I'm gonna try and concentrate on. So it's like I'm gonna try and hit the guy. I'm gonna try and get the CS, and then I forget about the other stuff I've done before. And then in some games I do it, some games I don't do it.
That's why I'm telling you to, like, for tread switching specifically, any mechanics, you just need to go into 10 games mindlessly playing the game once you get treads.
Okay.
And you need to tread switch every single spell. Like, you're going to Omni Slash the guy, you're going to Healing Word yourself, you're going to spin a wave, a camp, you're going to spin in the middle of a fight, you're going to use your stick, you need to go to Agi, you know? Like, there's little efficiency.
Why do you go to RG for stick?
Because your stick gives you health and mana, and strength and mana are in strength, or strength and int treads have health and mana on them. So,
you get more than if
yeah,
you
going to
RG.
Agi treads is like the equivalent of like dropping a Wraith Band and after you stick.
Right. Okay,
You know,
yeah.
so it's like go to Agi treads when you're using stick, go to int treads when you're spinning, go to strength treads if you feel like you're in danger. It's like that's like tread switching in a nutshell. But my point is that if you don't spend like 5 to 10 games exclusively thinking about this, exactly what you just told me is going to happen. Where it's like,
no, you're right.
where you're like, oh, I spent 1 or 2 games, great, I got it down. But it's like, you know, and then over the course of the next 10 games, you've forgotten it again. It's just what happens. It's not you like being bad or something. It's just what happens. So definitely, like, it's just worth the grind for any of you out there that don't tread switch every spell. Definitely just worth that short grind, because once you get it, you get it. It's not that hard. Once you've worked out the muscle memory aspect of it. And I hate to see on a hero like Jug, who relies on the tread switching so much, to not be utilizing it.
Banana slam jam.
Give me a progress report or lack of progress report, whatever, from your last session.
So the last session I was 600 MMR, and I ended up spamming Spectre. I got 16 wins in a row, and I got 1400 MMR. And then I thought, no, this is I can't just play Spectre the entire time. So I started playing other heroes, and now I'm down to 930 MMR. But I'm still higher than what I was before.
Okay. So it looks like you gained about 350. Okay, that's not too bad. You've sent me 2 Jug replays and a Crystal Maiden replay. What's the idea behind the Crystal Maiden replay? What are you looking to learn from that one?
CM replay was what was it? I just want to say if I was, because there was the Dazzle game I showed you last time. I just want to, like I said before, even though I'm playing position 1, I just want to keep playing some position 5, just to keep on top of like warding and pulling.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember that Dazzle game now that you mention it. Okay. Cool. So you ready to load up this first Jug replay and see what we got?
Yeah.
So you're against Timbersaw and a Lion, maybe? Timbersaw and an Ogre?
I think it was Ogre. Can't remember. Yeah, it's really bad and there's so much CS in the tower.
Yeah, I'm watching. So CS under tower is kind of interesting now. So just for, I'll just break it down to mechanics, right? So we click it down on the tower. Tower hits for 90.
Yeah.
Melee creeps have 2 armor. That means they have physical resist of 10%. So in the old days, towers used to have some like massive damage variance. So you had to like go by probability. But now towers hit for pretty much always 90. Like if you look at the damage, it's 88 to 92. So that means with the armor factored in, they hit for 81. So a lot of it for me is turned into feel. But what you can do is assume it's about 80 that the tower hits for. And you just click this creep right here. And it's like, oh, 184, 2 hits, it'll be 24 health, I kill it. So you do that, you get the kill. This creep getting hit right here, if it's full HP, 550. Takes 80 per hit. Okay? Takes 80 per hit. So after 6 hits, it'll be at 480.
Yeah.
It'll be missing 480. So it'll be at 70. So you have to hit for 70 or more to one-shot this thing.
Yeah.
You hit for 60 plus a quelling, which is 63 or 73, minus armor, which is 10%, so it's 67. So basically, your hero has to hit for 77 damage, I would say is the correct number for creeps. So right now, if you hit for your amount, you should not kill this creep, purely based on numbers. Or the tower is going to kill it for you, because like, look at this, look at this. This is what's going to happen. The tower is going to bring it down to this value, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't hit it right here.
Yeah.
See how it's at 70 health? 69. It's at 70 health, though, right? Like, towers used to have a lot of damage variance, and I told you this thing would be at about 70. And it's right here at 69. So it's like, you have to hit for enough to kill this, otherwise, then you're not going to do enough damage. Yeah, otherwise the tower is going to kill it. So as Jug, it gets a little weird, because you have crit. Sometimes super early game, I won't level my crit. Like, I'll hold the skill point so that if I'm underneath tower, I can predictably hit these creeps without the crit fucking things up. But yeah, this is just a case where, like, if you're below 77 damage and the creep's full health, you gotta hit it. It's just that simple. And then, can I stop dragging the fucking cam? And so it's like right here, when this next creep is dying, let's fast forward a bit so you get done with this one. So we see this one. It's gonna be the same thing, but it's missing 13 health. So you should be good to hit this one. Like, you don't have to hit this one. Then you hit it. Okay, so there we go with that one. Range creeps are pretty straightforward. So with this one, it's missing a sliver of health. You just gotta check in on it. Click the health, 3, 2, 2. That means it's gonna have 2 health left after 4 hits. 2, 3, 4. And you just mistimed it. Okay. This one, you should probably have to hit. Oh, you don't hit it. Okay. This one you shouldn't hit. Or you should hit. That should be good. Nice. Okay. Should hit this one too. You don't hit it. Okay. Missed it. Okay. Long story short. I gave you some numbers. After the session, you can go over them to yourself. Like, you can just watch this back. Whether or not you hit it now, in the old days, it used to be, like, serious RNG on tower last hitting. Nowadays, it's like, it's literally scripted. Like, you can just fucking predict exactly what's going to happen to these creeps. So, watch that back. I crunched some numbers for you. That's really all there is to it, to solving range or last hitting under tower. Once you get this, you kind of learn to just hit it. Like, meaning, like, if I notice a sliver of health is missing, like 13 health is missing, I know I won't have to hit that creep. Because it's like, anything less than 70, and I know the tower is going to hit it 6 times, and then I'm going to hit it, right? So, it's like, anything less than 70, I don't have to hit it. If I'm a hero that's really close to 70, and it's taking some damage, I know I don't have to hit it. If it's like, not taking any damage at all, and I hit for 70, I'm going to have to hit it, you know? It's like, these are things that... honestly, can only be done by studying a little bit and some repetition, and then once you fix it, it's really fucking easy. I feel like tower last hitting nowadays is like 3 times easier than it used to be. But if you don't like take the time to like look at the math real quick, look at the numbers, crunch them a little bit, you'll be kind of just randomly firing your hits like you have been underneath the tower. Okay. Crit there, so you got that one. Okay. So this should never really be happening, where the creeps are pushed in like this, and you just give up these XP right here. This creep right here. If you're gonna walk away with whatever you're doing, you need to at least soak this.
Yeah.
It's just like, imagine every time you don't do this, this Timber Saw got 2 denies. Because a deny is 50%, you're giving up 100% of the creep, so you're giving him 2 denies every time you do that. Really important that you guys center all of your focus around where the creep wave is, what you can do about it. So like right now, your CM's pulling, or sorry, your CM, your Witch Doctor is pulling, so the lane's gonna come back. You can't really CS, like you're accurately, you know, assessing that you can't walk up, but you need to be in XP range. And you're not getting XP. You didn't get XP for that first creep. You got XP for the next ones. Okay, you walked up, got a few. So you're doing decently here. I need you to get a better feel for the XP range. So for me, it's hilarious. I don't even know the exact value. I'm pretty sure it's 1,200. Dota 2
It's
XP
big.
Dota 2 XP. It's 1,500. Okay. So like for me, I know it by feel, but I don't know the exact number. So if you want to like learn this for yourself, you can just go into a private lobby and type Dota range display 1500, and it'll show you exactly how far 1500 is, and you can kind of get an idea of like what's skirting the outside of the XP ranges. It's because you're close, but I just hate you to be missing 2 or 3 creeps worth of XP, because that's effectively 4 or 6 denies. All right, that's a lot of denies. So it's just something to think about there, because with you 1K players, all I care about is you guys getting more gold and experience than you're getting. That's all I care about, because that's what's keeping you at 1K. So all the little things I'm talking to you about right now, I'm going to try to drill in some, like, little things you can practice. So the CSing under tower, you're definitely just going to have to review the numbers there.
Yeah.
And then this range XP thing, just go into a private lobby, and you should load up an actual game. Like, don't load up, like, the demo mode, but load up, like, an actual game with the map.
Yeah.
And just get an idea of how far 1500 is. So if the wave's right here, like how close can you be? Like do you have to be over here? Or sorry, if the wave is back, you can't see my cursor. If the wave is back here, then you have to stand like in the middle of my screen here? Do you have to stand above the tower? You know, where do you have to stand to be exactly in creep aggro or creep experience range? So really good thing to get a feel for. Kind of becomes automatic. I would say other than your CSing under tower and making sure you're in creep experience range, the rest of your lane's pretty solid, so not too worried about that. Like your equilibrium management, your denying is pretty decent, so all this stuff is pretty decent. Okay.
Like I couldn't go on this Timber. Like I don't think I could kill him. So.
You can't do shit to Timber. So this is a lane where you maybe have never played the matchup, maybe you don't know, but any hero that relies on physical damage doesn't do anything to Timber. Like any hero with Jug's case who like relies on right-clicking the opponent a lot, you just don't do anything to Timber once he gets level 3. That's how Timber works. The only way you're ever killing this guy is like a 4-man rotation. So like the way I look at this is everything I'm doing is about creeps. So it's like I'm going to be defensively aggroing a shit ton. I want you to approach this lane the way that I approach this Jug game against Legion. I'll just shoot you the replay ID. And I want you to watch with the idea that I'm basically trying not to interact with the Legion at all. Like, I'm just trying to get the creeps, right? So what I'm doing in this Jug game that I want you to watch on your own is I'm recognizing a matchup where he's stronger than me or I can't do anything to him. And I want you to see, like it's similar in this Timber Saw, how I tell my support to go pull. I tell them to go get away from me. Like, the last thing you want to do is be in a lane against a guy you can't do anything against and then just be splitting experience with your support. That's the last thing you want to be doing. Yeah. And so as a support, you can also learn these matchups. So, like, when you're playing Crystal Maiden, you would never be this Witch Doctor. You know, you'd never be in the lane with your Jug. But so what I want you to do is see what I do there. I'm defensively aggroing. I'm pulling creeps underneath my tower. I'm avoiding at all costs. So anytime you spend debating interacting with this Timber or interacting with this Timber, like where it's just inefficient, right? It's just a waste. So that's why we're harping on this a little bit. Looks like you like kind of realized you couldn't do anything, but we did see like a 2 or 3 second like gesture. So you're going on him here. I actually did a lot of damage with Maldic Spin. I was surprised there, I'll be honest with you. But if you want to invest spin there, I'm okay with what you just did. I'm okay with that. If you want to like spin on him, because that's magic damage and he actually takes that, sure, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, that didn't run through my head. I didn't think about the magic damage. I thought, oh, Maledict's on. I might be able to kill him.
Yeah, you know what? You spun on him. So what I want you to realize with Timber specifically is your hero with right clicks won't ever do anything. So if your Witch Doctor casts Maledict and you're not sure and you're just like, hey, fuck it, I'll spin. Like, that's
what happened.
You can learn. That's a great way to learn. Like, I personally don't think he should have taken that much damage. I feel like he could have just like Timber chained away or been positioned better or whatever. But like, as long as you know he doesn't take right-click damage and you're gonna try some other form of damage, hey, like, I don't want to tell 1K players to not like try shit because that's exactly how you learn. Okay, so you're gonna go pull on your own. This is good. Okay, so this is a perfect example of what you'll see in my jug game that you need to do in your game. Okay. So, if we use creep aggro or we manipulate this wave at all, or this lane at all, what is the premise of it? Like, why are we doing it?
I want the lane to be just in front of my tower. Well, if I don't get back in time, it'll push into my tower and push back out again.
Okay. So, you're talking lane equilibrium, which you are correct about, but that is not what I'm referring to. So, if you creep aggro in a lane where you don't deal with the offlaner at all, your creep aggro's only intent is to drag the creeps as far away from that guy as possible.
Yeah, so I can CS.
So you just it's such that you can CS without having to worry about him. Yeah. So this is a case where you're running for a range creep. What should you do right now? As you're running for this range creep right now.
Creep aggro.
So these two melee creeps follow you, right?
Yeah.
That's what you should be doing. Every creep that's near him should get dragged away from him. It's just that simple, right? It really like you'll see it when you watch my Jug versus Legion game. You'll see what I'm talking about. Because like the less you do it, the more inefficient you are. The more you do it, the more efficient you are. It's like you're gonna run over, you're gonna get this range creep, and then you're gonna try, and then you're gonna run back. You're fumbling a little bit. You're interacting with Timber, then you mess with CS right there, and it's like I just don't want any of this shit. I want you to be away from the Timber at all times. He actually dragged away from you, so that's really nice of him. Your CSing under tower is atrociously bad. I didn't realize that. I was giving you a little props. You need to go into a fucking lobby with underneath the tower. You need to like let the creeps interact with each other, and you need to do the numbers that I told you to do, and you're gonna have like 15 more CS in lane. I'm just telling you.
I know. I understand.
So I'm just telling you that like the rest of your lane looks pretty solid. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, the rest of it, you have a pretty good grasp of, like, lane equilibrium. Your, like, overall last hitting outside of tower range is pretty good. Like, nothing you're doing is glaringly bad. And then I'm just seeing you miss, like, 15 CS under tower. And it's like, you're playing the lane pretty much fundamentally well. Like, you're pretty much playing it exactly how I'd want you to play. And you just have 32 CS instead of 47. You know? Yeah. It's like, well, that's not how you win in 1K. Right? Like, the way I showed that you win in low MMR is just by having as much CS and experience as possible. Like, that's all it is. So, definitely a crippling factor for you. You should definitely do some drills on it. Like, you should just go into a fucking private lobby and practice until you feel comfortable getting those last hits under tower. You should do it on every hero you intend to play. So, if you want to play Jug, you want to play, like, Wraith King, you want to play like Spectre, whatever hero you want to play, before you load into a game, you should CS under tower at least once or twice. Like 1 or 2 5-minute sessions, okay? Yeah. It'll just be so worth your time. You're going to like suddenly break out of these laning stages with 400 extra gold, and you're going to be like, wow, I feel rich, you know? Because like I will say, the rest of your laning is above the 1K level, so whenever I see this and I'm like, he's got 37 CS at 8.5 minutes when I feel like he's laning pretty well, there has to be one factor that's pretty fucking bad. So what you'll see in my Jug game is... Oh, okay, you're doing it. Okay. So, you considered it. It took you the Timbersaw fucking with you to do it, right? When the Timbersaw started fucking with you, what did you think to yourself here?
I need to spin and leave. Spin the creep.
Nice! So the goal is in the future that you don't have to know he's gonna fuck with you. You just do it. Because if you watch my Jug vs Legion game, that's all I'm doing. I literally just walk up, spin the wave, and walk away.
Yeah, because I thought, oh, maybe if I hit him a few times, he'd leave me alone, but he wouldn't. So it's just fun.
There you go, man. So what I'm saying, that's great, is you're learning in a reactionary way. Something's happening to you. You're saying, okay, I need to do this in response. Your response is correct. Now, the next step of Dota, the beauty of Dota, is you don't have to have it happen to you to know what's going to happen. Because you've had it happen to you in this game. You know, like, the next time you play against Timber, it's going to be the same shit. Like, the exact same thing's going to happen again. So, just don't take this 3 seconds to learn it again, you know? This is like, we've now probably, I'd probably count maybe 20 seconds that you've interacted with this Timber unnecessarily throughout the course of this lane. Like, it's just little 2-3 second periods here and there, you know? And then if you ask somebody how much can you do in a 20-second window, you could probably farm a large and a small camp in 20 seconds. So, the inefficiency of interacting with Timber in this lane, probably like 180 gold, you know? So if we include tower CSing...
Plus the CS.
And we include... Pull up the CS?
No, I said if you include the CS.
Oh, yeah. So if we include tower gold, or the CS missed under tower, and we include that, we're sitting at like 650 extra gold. Like, damn. That's a lot. You know? Fuck. Imagine you'd have Ring of Health plus your way towards a Claymore. Or towards a Broadsword or whatever. Okay? I'm just curious. Are you tread switching?
Oh, forgot.
Unacceptable, sir. You need to go into an unranked game or whatever it takes, and you need to load it up.
Oh,
with,
I do it, but it's
What I'm telling you, here's what I did. Okay, I learned about tread switching when I had played Dota for like 2 years. Okay, I didn't even know it existed. I learned about it, and somebody told me. One of my friends told me, Brian, this is really fucking important. Like, it's really efficient. And I spent the next 15 games of Slark saying, I am going to tread switch every single spell, okay? It took me like 2 seconds to Dark Pact, okay? Because I'm like, you know, like, I'm like, it's just not muscle memory, dude. It's like, it's not muscle memory. And this is one of those things where once it becomes muscle memory, it's like easy peasy. But before that, it's like very stressful. Sometimes you're going to forget. So, like, straight up, go ahead.
It's when I go into a game, I think I have, like, what I'm going to try and concentrate on. So it's like, I'm going to try and hit the guy, I'm going to try and get the CS, and then I forget about the other stuff I've done before. And then in some games I do it, some games I don't do it.
That's why I'm telling you to, like, for tread switching specifically, any mechanics, you just need to go into 10 games mindlessly playing the game once you get treads. And you need to tread switch every single spell. Like, you're going to Omni Slash the guy, you're going to Healing Word yourself, you're going to spin a wave, a camp, you're going to spin in the middle of a fight. You're going to use your stick, you need to go to Agi, you know? Like, there's little efficiency.
Why do you go to Agi for stick?
Because your stick gives you health and mana, and strength and mana are in strength, or strength and int treads have health and mana on them. So,
so you get more than.
Going to Agi Treads is like the equivalent of like dropping a Wraith Band and after you stick.
Right. Okay,
you know. So it's like go to Agi Treads when you're using stick. Go to Int Treads when you're spinning. Go to Strength Treads if you feel like you're in danger. It's like that's like tread switching in a nutshell. But my point is that if you don't spend like 5 to 10 games exclusively thinking about this. Exactly what you just told me is going to happen. Where it's like,
no, you're right.
Where you're like, I spend 1 or 2 games, great, I got it down. But it's like, you know, and then over the course of the next 10 games, you've forgotten it again. It's just what happens. It's not you, like, being bad or something. It's just what happens. So definitely, like, it's just worth the grind for any of you out there that don't tread switch every spell. Definitely just worth that short grind. Because once you get it, you get it. It's not that hard. Once you've worked out the muscle memory aspect of it. And I hate to see on a hero like Jug, who relies on the tread switching so much, to not be utilizing it. Okay. Let's see what we see here. Okay, so you learned your lesson, that's great. What's going on with the player perspective here? Do you know what happened here?
I can't remember. I think I got a phone call or something.
Oh,
No, I
might-
lagged. I was lagging. No, I was lagging. Yeah, I lagged out for about
1
30
second.
seconds.
Collie's calling me. Hello?
Hi, I'm calling because I saw your cleaning service ad.
Collie, this is Brian.
Oh, what the hell? I accidentally called you.
I thought you were trolling me. I'm just kidding. See ya. Collie just accidentally called me. That's fucking funny. She's like, "Hi, so I'm calling because I saw your service ad for this," and I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah, you should have employed her. You should
Yeah,
have employed her.
I should have gone with it, dude. That would have been great. You know what? Missed opportunity. You know, you're right, man. Fuck. That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I lagged out there.
That was a missed opportunity. Okay, so whatever happened here, it looks like you're in a phone call or something. I don't know, but definitely looked like you weren't looking at your screen. So I'll ignore whatever happened there. Definitely should have just farmed the big camp. Okay. Nice. So you're definitely playing this well. It's worth considering a second point in healing ward just because you are taking a lot of harass from the Timbersaw.
Yeah, once you with that one game you told me you need to get a point in healing water, then I just get 1 point and I don't level it to like my last spell now.
Yeah, so what I would say is that what issue are you having in lane? Is it how fast you're killing the creeps?
No, it's sustain.
It's just sustain, right? So this should be your ring of health, right? So this is just something for you to work on when you're playing Jug. Like, you should just, whenever you play Jug, make the conscious decision between going this item or going this item. And it's just like, whatever issue you're having. So in this lane, because all you're really doing is spinning creep waves and then walking into jungle camps, you're going to be taking damage while you're spinning the creep wave because the Timbersaw is probably going to hit you, and then you're going to be taking damage while you're jungling the creeps.
Yeah.
So it's like the times where I go for the damage components first is when I'm like winning the lane, and I just want to keep winning the lane, you know? So I want to do more damage. I want to hit the other guy more. I want to farm faster. But with you, you're on the avoid. You're playing the avoid game here. So sustain is almost always the play there. But the way you're playing the lane conceptually is good. I like what you're doing there. I think you gave up on this lane too quickly, but you're letting Tree have it. Okay, that's fine. You know what? If you want Tree to take it and you want to rotate bottom, I don't hate this. This is fine.
I thought because I keep getting like I'm not really doing anything to Timbersaw, so I thought I'd just go bottom.
You don't know. You know what? I said I think you left a bit too quickly, but like I think you giving the lane to a support and then leaving is reasonable. So I'm not like you're fine to do this again. Just keep fast forwarding. Yeah, I mean your support or your movements and shit is definitely above 900 MMR.
Well, I was above 900 like 2 weeks ago.
Say that again.
I was above 900 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you said you were 1400 after spamming Spectre, but let me just see what you do here. So you got your Battle Fury, 16 minutes, even with all that inefficiency. Not a bad timing. It would probably be like 14 and a half if you had those efficiencies. Show up to a fight late after farming Ancients. This is all good. So what do I have a problem with this jungle camp right here?
The creep wave top.
Right? So you just participated in the fight, you used your ultimate, right after you're done with the fight, right after you've participated, immediately check lanes. It's a habit. You gotta get into it.
Yeah.
No like moments of lapse of judgment after a team fight. Like, that may not look like a team fight, but like you showed up to a 4-on-4, you killed a guy real quick and you're done.
Yeah.
This top lane needs to be an instant TP, like instantaneous.
Yeah. In my head, I didn't check the lane to be fair, but I was like, oh, I'll take their jungle camp.
So you end up going bottom, which is fine. I would have preferred top just because bottom is where you pressure, top is where you relieve pressure. You don't have your ultimate, so you don't really create pressure. So I'm happy to go top. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes more sense.
So the only reason I don't like people TPing to their own safe lane is because they just do it willy-nilly. If you just fought them 4-on-4 in the mid lane, you are allowed to TP top because they were just 4 people mid. So
Okay. Yeah. So my thing, like, don't TP to the same.
yes, I like that you're sticking to it, but this is a specific exception for when you participate in fights. So it's like right after a fight. Don't really think of it like that. Just think of a lane that needs to be pushed and go push it immediately.
Okay.
Okay? So right after a fight. What I have a problem with people TPing to their own safe lane is they'll just be farming like you are right now, and then they'll just they'll TP top, and I'm like,
Yeah. For like no reason.
you know, that's what it bothers me. So just to make that, make sure the distinguishment there is clear. Let's see. So you are gonna keep hitting bottom. Okay. This is good. Fast forwarding.
I was there for too long. I thought they'd come, and then they.
Yeah, no. That little double back thing you just did there, that's pretty standard. That was good. Surprisingly good. You were like, where are they? What are they doing? And then you backed up. So this TP, bad. Very bad TP.
Sure, I did it.
Koikfa would be yelling at me right now. This is the exact type of TP that I do. And this is
I thought they were
exact...
going to keep pushing. I thought they were going to keep pushing, so I thought I could, like...
What you need to understand as a carry is that these type of TPs, even if the opponent pushes, why would you have to be there if you were TPing ahead of time? Like, if you were going to TP ahead of time, what kind of hero are you?
Somebody who defends the tower?
You're the one that defends the tower. You're a D-pushing hero. You're the guy that's, like, nuking out the wave. You're the guy that has to be set up ahead of time. Are you that? Is Jug that?
No, I come late.
Most carries are not that. Most carries, right? So, with that in mind, you need to understand, if they're going to push high ground, the fight has to be happening, okay?
Yeah,
I want to show you real quick. I actually think I played this game really fucking well, despite the loss. So I want to show you this moment. I'll just show you an example. I think this game is like... You should definitely watch this game because it's very similar to yours. Let me just pull up this moment in the game. This is like my play of the week right here.
But did you paste with me?
What?
Did you send me the replay ID?
Oh no. Yeah, I sent you the replay ID already. Let me fast forward to this moment. So you're gonna watch. This is gonna look familiar. You're farming bottom just like I was. I'm showing you how I'm farming the bottom half of the map. The enemy team's eventually gonna push top. I'm doing exactly what you were doing. I was playing a little bit cautious in the jungle. And this is what I see. They dive my Invoker at tier 3. What does this mean? What does this moment mean? Right here.
Go kill them.
That means there's a fight.
Yeah.
They have committed. If I look at their heroes, they're fighting. Period.
Yeah.
Snap TP. That's what your TP should look like. Okay. Your TP was preemptive. This is like this. I'm not trying to suck my own dick. This was the perfect TP right here. I was so happy with myself. I was like, damn, what a fucking beautiful TP. And we end up turning the fight on the Legion. But for you, I want you to conceptualize like why my TP is exactly what you need to look for. Yeah. The fight is breaking out. It is going to happen. If you TP in, they can't just run away. That's the worst part for you to happen here. If you TP to your own tower and they just walk away, you're like, now what?
Then all that pressure bottom's gone.
All the pressure's bottom's gone. It's not just that it's gone, but how do you get back there?
Like, I think that's what sort of changed the game. I think that TP, like it just went weird from there.
You griefed the shit out of your own game right there. I'm telling you, that TP is some dog shit stuff. And like, and I say that in a sense of like not a flame. I'm saying that you actually ruined your own game there. Koikfa would be yelling at me that I ruined my own game, and he'd be like, "BSJ, what are you fucking doing, bro? You know better than this." And I'm watching you, and I'm saying, dude, other than the missed tower CS, I think your movements on the map have been great. I'm telling you, right now, I am impressed with what I am seeing here. This is great stuff. Like, the way, even, I'm just telling you and everyone watching, this little double back you had where you're like, I don't really know where they are. You farm this camp, and then you walk back and kill the tower. Dude, that's actually eons above 1k MMR. That is like, that's like 5, 6k level carry play. I'm not even like, I'm not memeing. I'm not saying this to make you feel better. I'm not trying to hype up my student. That's sick. Like, that you can tell me that. Dude, the average 1k player is like Herder Creep Wave. Okay? Like, I'm telling you, dude. So, this is great. Now, stick to your guns on this. These are the exact mistakes that this entire Koikfa series has been about. He's literally just like, you know, don't grief yourself. Play for your own game here. So for you, when you're farming like this on any carry, the fight has to already be committed. Whatever's happening, you're like, I am almost 100% sure that this fight is happening. It is going to happen. And if I TP in, the enemy team is still fighting. And if that's the answer, that's when you TP. Because up until this point, this shit's been good. Go ahead.
So, like now, I clear this street before I TP. Where would I go?
Just farm backwards, man.
Okay.
Just farm backwards. You should always feel good to just farm backwards.
Okay.
Like, you should never feel like you don't have to do anything if your position on the map, if you look at the jungle camps and you see 6 triangles behind you. You see this mini map? I know you can't see my cursor, but on
I can see. Yeah.
there's 2 big camps, a small camp. There's an ancient, there's a big camp, and a small camp behind you.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, dude, if you think about how Dota works, if you're farming backwards, if the opponent is coming from another side of the map, it is so hard to get you.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're running away from their base and they're chasing you.
Yeah.
So, like, the amount of time they're catching you is the amount of time it takes you to clear a camp, which is like a second and a half, you know? So they would have to be chasing you relentlessly to catch you, right?
Yeah.
And based on what you see going on the map, they're definitely not chasing you. But these are the little condition things that Koifa's really been training in me, and he's just like, dude, why do you feel like you need to go there? Who cares about that fight? Look at all that farm! You know, like, look at all the camps, dude. The beauty is you took this tier 2 tower, like, I did the same shit in my Leshrac game like 2 days ago, where I took the tier 2 tower, there was a fight going on mid that my teammates had already died, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm showing up, and then I just go feed. And I'm like, honestly, you TPing here, you might as well just be dead, because you're not, the punishment of dying is that you don't get to farm these 5 camps.
Yeah.
And you're not farming the 5 camps now that you TP. Yeah. So the only time that I really ever TP here is, like, ahead of time. Like, or I walk to a fight that I'm not sure of. Okay, so I want you to think about this. If I'm going to TP or walk to a fight that I'm not sure of, it's only because there's literally no creep to hit. I look in the entire area around me, and I'm like, dude, there's just nothing. So, like, in my Ursa game last night, I remember I cleared this top wave. I was Radiant. I cleared top wave. I cleared mid wave. I cleared all 3 camps on the Ancients, like, in that area. And I was just like... Now what? Well, I guess I'm running with my team, you know? Like, there's literally nothing else to do. So, that should be a deciding factor for you. At this moment where you're not sure, just look. Just look and see what camps can I go farm. Because you've done your job. You've killed a tower. You've killed a tier 2 tower. I would argue take these 3 camps, take the outpost, take the Ancients, get the 20-minute bounty rune, kill the Ancients again, and make your way back bottom.
Yeah.
And the only thing that changes that is if some fight that is 100% happening starts. That's the only.
Would you ever have TP'd, like, not hit that tower and gone and defended the top tier 2?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Because I was getting flamed so hard.
Dude, you have to mute your teammates like that, dude. No.
I said I'm gonna trade for towers. Is that okay?
I'm telling you, man. There was a game yesterday or it was my Ursa game. I solo carried the living fucking shit out of this game. Okay, I'm telling you, I actually played perfect that game. I was so stoked for that game. It felt so fucking good. And you know what moment in the game felt best for me? I saw my teammates trying to defend mid. I said, guys, I have a TP. I said that to them.
Yeah.
And they just get caught, and 2 of them die. And I didn't even consider TPing. Okay? Yeah. And one of my teammates said, Ursa, TP? And I muted him instantly.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of that fucking game. Right there.
Yeah.
You know why? Because the score after the lanes was like 10-1 in favor of the opponent team. If I had TP'd to that mid wave right there and fought that team fight, we lose that game. I am 100% sure I lose that game if I TP right there. I'm just telling you guys. If you're losing, your teammates are behind, and you grief yourself with these stupid-ass TPs as a carry, you actually can lose the game right there. Like, right there. Because that TP is the difference between a 21-minute Manta and a 25-minute Manta. Like, it actually...
that's what happened. It went so... After that TP, it went really weird. It's nice watching it.
It actually functions so hard.
Yeah.
People may think I'm exaggerating if they don't believe me. You know, there's people that... I don't know how many of my sessions they'll watch and stuff. But that TP from you... Like, what you're doing here is, like, a reasonable response, but now they get to push out bottom with one hero, and then they're gonna, like, regroup and run at you if they want to. They can do that. Now your entire team's stuck at your triangle. You're like, okay, I guess I'll walk bottom now, but now they're there? Question mark? Okay, maybe we kill them? What the fuck is this? Okay, I mean, they shouldn't be doing what they're doing, but hey, okay, we punish it. Great. We got back out on the map. This is... So the cool thing about it is, you just had to get a kill to be exactly where you just were.
Yeah, it's just a massive roundabout.
Do you notice that? How you had to work to get back to where you were. That means that it was a shitty TP. So we are back to where we want to be. All we had to do was bring 4 ally heroes and kill a guy. That's all we had to do to make up for that TP. Let's see where we go now. So the opponent's all bottom now. This is like a, what are they doing here? Question mark. So you're going to farm some camps. You're going to push in mid. Okay, okay. This is your problem right here. Actually, you know what? You know what? They were just showing 3 bottom, and they keep seeming to want to show 3 bottom. I don't hate what you did.
They stayed bottom. They stayed bottom. That's all I'm going.
Yeah, I don't hate this. You know what? I don't hate this. I see why you did what you did, and I wouldn't tell you not to do it. Okay, C4 top.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Okay, you're gonna run towards mid. Creep way's already pushed. Okay, you're gonna insist on pushing mid here. Okay. I personally probably would have gone the efficiency play and farmed 2 stacks of ancients there, but you know, I understand what you're going for, and I'm never gonna tell somebody not to push mid. So
that was my head. It was like push mid.
Yeah,
push
you know,
mid,
that's what I'm saying. Like it's you'll start to distinguish the times where that mid push actually mattered. Like right there, I would have rather you just gotten the bounties, cleared 2 ancients, and then cleared the mid wave like right near your tier 2.
Okay. Because I thought that was bad. I thought if it's pushed in all the way to my tier 2, that's bad.
Like, that's the point where, like, that's what I would do, but that's because you're against Lion. So it's like, if I walk up to the mid wave in the river, I'm kind of scared of, like, getting hexed and dying.
Hexed, yeah.
So that's why I would do that. But I'm just going to tell you that I will never hardcore flame you for just walking up to a mid wave and pushing it, okay? Like, you guys will learn exactly when you're supposed to push mid or not. I would hate for you guys to not push mid when you're supposed to, more than I would hate for you to do what you just did instead of farm ancients. Like, like the net gold loss by you there is like 100 compared to entire like map pressure. That's like what the net gold loss is there. So friend, you know what? Here's the irony of this play. What's behind you on the map right now?
1, maybe 2 comps.
Do you actually feel safe farming that triangle camp that's behind that? This one with the triangle still on it?
No, really, I don't know where they are.
So, do you feel safe on that camp?
No.
So, what's behind you right now?
Danger.
Just nothing. Where are you going? This is what I want you guys to think about when you're debating.
Because I think in my head, I was sort of like heading back towards my triangle.
Oh, here's what I want you guys to think right now. You clear a camp. You're walking up to this camp. You don't know where the opponent is. I want to ask you right now. Is it more likely that the opponent is right here or right here?
Yeah, it's more likely in the jungle. I could have just pushed the lane.
So what I need you to realize that stems this knowledge. This is some high-level decision-making, my friend. I'm telling you right now. This is shit I would actually teach to a 5K player. There's just nothing here. So why? Like, there's actually just nothing. Like, this is the equivalent of me saying as Ursa, I'm like, oh, I farmed all the camps. I guess I'll walk towards my team. This case, the last thing you want to be doing is getting stuck in a team fight, right? That's all farming is. You don't want to be stuck fighting. You're willing to fight, but you don't want to be stuck fighting.
I thought because my Omni was on cooldown, it's okay to go for a fight.
So here's how efficiency in Dota works, my friend. What if you walk back to this tier 2 and nothing happens?
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think this thing is?
Yeah.
That's why you have it, my friend. That's why I've been telling you guys to be conservative with this shit.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If you had used your TP to get here, you would have to walk back to your tier 2 right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would have to, because if a fight breaks out, you got to be there. As a carry, as a farming hero, you have to be there. Okay? Like you have to be able to be there.
Yeah.
Let's be very clear. You don't have to be there.
You have to have the option.
You have to have the option to be there. Okay? Very clear difference there, guys. So in this case, the highest level thinking is, if a fight breaks out, it's around Roche or mid-tier 2. Why? The opponent has map control, and that's just order of objectives in Dota 2. BSJ has told us this 100 million times. It's tier 2 mid or Roche. Usually Roche first, but hey, people in your bracket are going to do some weird shit. So, if that's the case, the most dangerous place on the map is near those two, which happens to be between those two, which is right here. This is actually the most dangerous place on the map right now. If we think about opponent objectives, this is the most dangerous place on the map. So I look at this and say, oh, there's no camps. I may be even scared to farm this one, but I probably would if it was there. I probably would. I'd probably walk back, farm this, and then farm this at 26, and then make my way this way. But the point is, I don't mind that you're at this fight, by the way. I mind that you had
I didn't think about
to fight. I would love you to be top, hitting this creep wave, seeing whatever's happening here, and deciding for yourself whether or not you show up to this shit.
Yeah.
You see the difference?
Yeah.
So, in terms of actually being at the fight and deciding, that's totally up to you, man. Totally up to you. I'm not going to tell you one way or the other whether or not you should fight.
Yeah.
My first step is...
I find this what I struggle with the most. Is what I struggle with the most is when should I go to the fights? Is what I really like. So I've got it down where like if Omni is not up, there's no point fighting really, unless it's like a massive.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you at the 1K level, man. This is your first step, okay? Because you've come to multiple coaching sessions. First step is give yourself a choice every single time.
Yeah.
Your farming needs to give you a choice.
Yeah.
And if you make the wrong choice, guess who also makes wrong choices? I do, man. I give myself the judgment call to show up to these fights or not, and I still fuck it up.
Yeah.
This isn't shit that you need to know. Meaning, like, you're going to learn it over time. It comes with experience. But that's all you're going to ever be able to do. You can't dissect this shit. You can't, like, theory craft this shit going into the game. You can't say at 0 minutes, am I going to fight these guys at 26 minutes down 13-8? You can't do that shit, dude. Like, you just can't.
Yeah.
But you can put yourself in the moment with you hitting top wave right now with the choice to TP here. And dude, you just got to make a call.
Yeah.
You're going to learn, but for all you guys out there, you are griefing yourself by being here. Because what if your invoker dies and you have no impact here? What if nothing good happens here? You're fucked. But what if you see your invoker die, you're like, shit, I don't want to be there. And suddenly you're like pushing this tier 2 tower top. And the opponent's like, do we go mid or do we deal with this fucking jug?
Yeah.
Trust me, people fuck up when they do that shit, dude. They fuck up. They always fuck up. They always do.
I find that I'm more successful. The more annoying I can be, the more like impact I have. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, let me tell you right now, my friend. You just inspired a thought for me. Okay. Sometimes you play thousands of games of Dota, and you wonder why sometimes the dots don't connect. Okay. Sometimes you wonder. So I was talking to Quakefa yesterday. You guys may say, BSJ, shut up with this Quakefa shit. It's actually been some of the most impactful, like, couple-hour sessions of my life. So check it out on YouTube if you guys haven't already, because that's me learning. So I said to him, I struggle playing Drow and Venge mid. And I said, I said Venge-type heroes. And I said, I guess, like, so what happened was, there was a moment where I was playing Venge mid, and he said I should hit the guy. And I said, he doesn't really care if I hit him, though. Meaning, like, the reason why I struggle with Venge and Drow is level 1 and 2, they don't really do anything. It's like, yeah, you can hit them, but Venge hits for, like, 50, and Drow hits pretty slow. So, like, I'm just like, okay, if I hit this guy, like, great, I hit him, but does he really care? Right? And so, think about it. In that case, I'm just powerless. Like, I don't threaten the guy. And you know what he said to me? He said, you just have to ruin their game. He's like, you just have to be annoying. That's actually what he said. He's like, you just need to creep aggro in a way that makes it really annoying for him to see us. Like, you just have to make it really annoying for him. And I said, and he's like, if you can't do anything to them, you just have to be a thorn in their side. You have to be really fucking annoying. And it's the same shit at this stage in the game. When you can't head-on team fight them because they're 5-manning down lanes, when you can't take like just the strongman approach of like I'm unkillable, go kill them all, then you just got to be annoying. That's what you just said. What to them, if they're push mid, would be the most annoying thing for you to do?
I'm hitting their other towers.
You're hitting their other towers. That's the most annoying thing you could be doing.
Yeah.
So you need to give yourself the choice between hitting those towers and being annoying or actually being at the fight. Yeah. Every single time. And it's so funny to me because that's what he told me. And I think the thought being carried over from like the level 1 playing Venge to 26 minutes in playing Jug is so funny. Because it's like, if you show up to this fight and you kill 3 people like you did, great, man. If you had done this exact same shit, but you had hit top wave and then TP'd into this, I'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
That's some fucking carry play right there. That's what I would say.
Yeah. This Lion was the most annoying player. He was really good.
Yeah, he looks like he's annoying. Dude, I'd take that Cloak of Flames in a heartbeat, dude. There. It's a fucking Radiance, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's also armor and magic resistance, so. Yeah, that's my fucking favorite item. That item is broken. So, in your eyes, in this game, based on what you see on the map, what's the dead lane?
Mid lane.
Damn. Dude, you're right. Why the fuck are you walking towards mid?
Yeah.
That's what you gotta ask yourself. I would say 10% of the time it's mid. But right now, look at the map. It's mid.
Yeah, there's no vision. The mid
no vision. You have somebody pushing top. You're pushing bottom. And the enemy team seems intent on 5-manning your tier 2. I don't know why, but they are. The closer you go to the dead lane, the more likely you are to die. I'm very proud of you for answering that question correctly.
I was thinking, I was like, it's not going to be bottom. I mean, it's not going to be top.
Trust me, man. I'm pretty confident most people would not answer mid there. I'm not like I coach a lot of people, and they usually don't give me answers that are not standard to my normal shit. Meaning, like if it's not the rule, they don't give me the right answer. So
you couldn't kill this Lion.
I would have definitely bought an Ag Shard against Lion.
Oh, okay.
I think Ag Shard is really good against hexing supports or like high disable supports.
Yeah.
You'll kill them during the spin, right? So definitely worth considering there. I can understand the Silver Edge though.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
We have to get that vision though. He won't die this line. He's gone again.
Yeah, I see. I see. Like what I make sure you know, you can healing ward during Omni Slash.
Oh.
There's not actually much else to do, so it's worth considering. Like knowing that, meaning I see this team fight. There's probably very few moments that you're actually going to be able to healing ward. You're able to cast spells during your Omni Slash. So.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I've seen enough this game. I think this is a very educational game for you. We'll move on to the next one. Do you have any final questions about that specific game?
No, I think that was really helpful. I think that PP was bad, and I think I got really pissed off with the Lion later on, and he just kept escaping.
Yeah, no, Lion's a pretty tilting hero to play against, generally speaking. Being disabled for 8 seconds is not an enjoyable experience. Okay. So this is a win. See, you're gonna against Bristle?
30 seconds to battle.
No, I didn't know, so I didn't buy a stick. I wasn't sure where the Bristle was playing, so I was watching him to see where he'd go. And then he stayed bottom and I bought a stick first time.
Okay, that's reasonable. Super high level shit, I wouldn't have bought the Slipper and I would have seen who I was laning against, but
okay.
Just something to consider. But the fact that you thought about it and then immediately bought a stick, that's good enough for me. It's funny. In your bracket, in my bracket, we sometimes don't know who we're laning against because we know certain matchups are unfavorable, so people may like do some swip swaps just to like fuck with us. In your
my
bracket,
luck,
you don't know who
already-
you're
if
laning
you-
against because there's 4 carries.
if you look at it right now, what the fuck?
I just think that's so fucking funny. I don't know why that is to you. I find some good humor in that shit. That's some fucking funny ass shit right there.
I think I've like before I just automatic buy like items. I considered it this time.
Yeah. That's good shit. Hell yeah, what the fuck is this guy doing? Okay, he's dead. Cool. Yeah, this bristles on some crack.
Yeah, he's mad with that.
Okay. Honestly, I feel like at least like a fourth of your game should be like this in 1K. I feel like the way I'm watching you lane, I feel like the enemy should just die to you randomly. Like what okay, so this is bad for sure. Whenever you have this many stick charges, you should always level Healing Ward. I want you to think of your Healing Ward as a yeah, because the only limitation to Healing Ward is mana.
Okay.
That's like the only downside of the spell, is that it costs
yeah.
a shit ton of mana. So if you have this many stick charges, you should like skimp out on mana regen or on health regen items. Like you should like normally if I didn't have stick charges here, I would ferry myself more tangos.
Yeah.
But like because you have this wand and you can use your Healing Ward, it's like efficiency of saving yourself regen gold. Right? Like that's how I look at it. Your Healing Ward's basically a salve. And so if you have a wand, you basically have a free salve. Usually it's 140 mana cost salve. So like right here, you know, I wish you would just like Healing Ward and wand and you'd be Gucci.
Yeah, I see it here, I think.
Yep, and you die. Crazy. Wish you were full health with a Healing Ward right there. Little things to learn from. Experience, man. That's all it is. Something to think about. Only limiting factor. Every spell in the game is broken. They all are balanced, though. Okay? I want you guys to think about that for a second. They're all broken, but yet they're all balanced by something. If Healing Ward had no mana, it'd be completely broken.
That's some deep shit.
It is deep shit right there. That bristles also on some deep shit. So, either way, though. Think about it, right? If Healing Ward had no mana cost, wouldn't that spell be busted?
Oh yeah, I'd level it.
Right?
First
So, like,
time
you gotta
I
think about it. Every spell in the game, theoretically, is busted. But something about it, whether it's the cooldown, the mana cost, how long it takes to cast it, it's balanced. Some way.
Yeah.
So, you gotta actually think to yourself, all of you guys, whatever hero you're playing, why wouldn't I use this spell? Why wouldn't I?
I feel like it's my least used spell when I play Jug. It's really weird.
Yeah, no, Healing Ward's actually a hard spell to use, man. It actually is. Like, I've played a shit ton of Jug, and I would say maybe 200 games in, I started really using my Healing Ward well. So, very hard spell to use. Requires a lot of unique micro that's only to Jug. A lot of, like, unique understanding that only comes from playing Jug. Like, you don't learn how to use a Healing Ward from, like, any other hero in the game. That's like a skill that doesn't translate from other heroes to Jug. You know what I mean? Mm. It's like you could say BSJ just know how to micro. It's like the controlling the Healing Ward is way different than controlling an illusion or a summon. You know, it's just different. It behaves very differently. So, it's like a moving tombstone that has one hit that kills it. It's like very different micro. So don't beat yourself up about it, but it's definitely a spell that I want you guys to like make sure you understand. It's probably Jug's best ability, honestly. So you end up leveling it at 5. So like you respawn, and the cost is that you have 2 points in spin instead of 3. It's better than nothing. I try to have the Healing Ward sitting behind me, something to think about, but micro can be done later. Luckily, you're against 2 melee heroes, so they can't really kill it.
So that's why I do think about it when it's a range hero.
See, I see. So, once again, this is a lane where you're just getting harassed a lot.
Oops. Oh, no, I live.
Oh, you used the Healing Ward!
Yeah,
I'm wondering why, like, right here, you're not using the Healing Ward. Like
I said I forget.
No, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn. It's fine. So, like, honestly, it's just gonna come with time, man. You're 1K MMR. You're just starting to learn these carry heroes. Like, I know you've played a pretty decent amount of Jug, but honestly, Healing Word's a tough spell. Treat it like a salve. Try to remember, like, it's a salve. It's got to be used in between combat and stuff. Would you salve right there? Yes. Okay, use a Healing Word. You end up living though. Not bad.
I just escaped.
Definitely by the skin of your teeth or whatever that phrase is. I would have Quelling Bladed this tree and hit these creeps.
Which tree? Oh, okay.
I would have Quelling Bladed the tree to your upper left here and pulled these creeps into this wave right now.
Right, okay, yeah.
That's like the perfect play, by the way. Really good play right there. Because you're regenning up, they're dead on bristles, so he can't stop you. You're gonna like set yourself up to be in a good spot for the next wave. Instead, you're having to wait this like 20-second period. That's the cost that you have of doing that incorrectly. Yeah. Every little missed opportunity just results in like 15 to 20 seconds of that. Okay. In these type of examples, my friend, I'm just trying to show you what the optimal route is, just so in the future, maybe you don't remember to do it, but you at least know it's an option.
No, I didn't think about it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I kind of figured you guys don't always know these things. Like, I'm trying to go in with that assumption, not to assume you're stupid, but like not to assume you guys know everything I know. That's like the perfect play, and as long as you're aware of it, eventually you'll start to do it. I feel like a lot of low MMR things, you guys just like. The only reason I know is somebody did it to me or some shit, and nobody in your bracket's gonna do it. So, same thing here. Sustain issues. I would lean towards the Ring of Health on Jug most games if you're gonna go for the Battle Fury, just because. Go ahead.
I used to always get the Perseverance, and then after your Sun-King game, like I never get it now. The damage items first.
Well, you've used your Healing Ward like 3 or 4 times this lane, and you've been battling constantly. That means sustain. You know.
Yeah.
So. I probably, like, I know sometimes what I say can, like, backfire a bit, where I tell you guys something and then you apply it to other games, which wasn't my intent. And that's understandable. I'm not always the best at communicating exactly what I'm thinking. So I would say the default is Ring of Health, and if you don't need the sustain, you go the damage.
Okay.
So just ask yourself, do I need sustain? Like, in this lane. And I want you to think of it as an efficiency, because every time you don't have a Ring of Health, that's when you have to buy more tangos. That's when you have to use more healing words, so you have to buy more clarities. That's what it is, right?
Because I spend a lot on clarity.
Exactly, right? So that's how it is. It's inefficient because you're spending more money on regen. That's what it is. The Ring of Health is effectively like a pseudo healing ward for you that, you know, just sits in your inventory. Okay, so your teammates TP'd bottom, so now you rotate top. Okay.
That was something I learned that I had no idea I could kill Slark through his ulti.
I mean, you should never kill Slark there, but you know the guy's bad, so it's fine.
I had no idea. I just stood.
Yeah, Jug's pretty good against Slark for this reason, in the sense that in this stage in the game, if you guys run into each other, usually you kill him, or like not kill him. Usually he has to run away. That's usually how it goes. So for people wondering about carry matchups, a lot of time when I think a hero like Jug's good against Slark, the average low MMR player goes like, "But BSJ, he can ult out of your ulti, and he can solo kill you with Shadow Blade." And I'd be like, well, at 11 minutes, when I'm farming and he's farming, I can just walk up and hit him. So I get more farm. That's how I look at the matchup. Like that, because that shit right there, while it may look really clowny to you, and everyone watching, is him not understanding his hero against yours and getting punished for it. And you guys,
I didn't know either. It was
you guys should be paying very close attention to those interactions. Those interactions right there are really important. That's the Pepega shit that at the highest level happens sometimes because people don't know exact matchups and exact scenarios or some shit. Yeah. Okay?
I think after that, I spun on him every time he went into Dark Pact. I had no idea.
Boom! Right there. If you respond to that scenario by if you see Slark run at him, dude, beauty. That's exactly how you're supposed to respond. You have to learn this shit for your guys. You have to learn this shit for yourselves, guys. Like, how do you think I learned it? There was one game I specifically remember that I was super fucking farmed on Jug. And I thought, I'm going to go run at this PA, and if she goes on me, I'll spin her. Okay? And this was back when PA had one patch where she was super broken. And she just, like, 4-shotted me. And I was like, what the fuck? I I just died. I literally just TP'd in the lane thinking all this like, oh, I'm going to bully this guy just like you did to Slark. And I just fucking died. And I remember that. It was like 2 years ago. And I was just like, what the fuck? You know, I looked so stupid. But it was because I thought I could walk at the guy and I couldn't.
You learned.
You learn, man. That's the only way. It's like, that was the day I learned that at like 11 minutes in the game, Jug can't bully PA. That's what I learned right there. Okay.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Why am I not getting flamed for letting mid die?
Because you TP top, and you took care of that tower that was needing to get defended, so you were preoccupied, you were doing something else. You engaged with their carry.
I checked when it said
I didn't flame you there because, like, honestly, exactly what you did is what I would expect. You TP top because the wave was pushed in, you had an engagement with their enemy carry, you utilized your resources, and you were like, oh shit, and you saw that your mid tower is dying, and then it just died. Like, I could tell your thought process was, oh shit, my mid tower is dying. That's like exactly what I would think. I'd be like, well, fuck, why is my mid tower dead? But like, you were busy, you were doing other things. I would just argue that wasn't in your strength to defend.
Yeah.
This is really good right here. I would be a bit scared of Drow though. I would not be tanking the tower.
I was watching them and nobody was coming, so I just kept hitting them.
The thing is, if Drow's right here and she just silences you, if Drow's behind the tree top, I know you can't see my cursor, if she's like behind these trees and just silences you and hits you, you actually die.
I'm dead.
So that's something that, what I would do there is I would hit the tower. So I want you to think to yourself, if these players are any decent.
It's like I did before when I backed off.
Exactly! Dude, I was going to say fucking there. When you hit that tower, it provokes a response, okay?
Yeah.
Give them the chance to prove they're not responding. Right, that little back.
I think I saw the Drow bottom.
The thing is that she could TP in. That's like the thing about it that makes me really nervous. Yeah. So I would do the whole hit the tower, back up, hit the tower thing. You already did it in the other game, so I know you know what I'm talking about. So you TP in. I usually lean away from these TPs, but the Drow had overcommitted, and you get a huge kill on their mid laner.
Because I thought I checked, and they were like diving, so I thought I'd go in.
I don't hate this TP. You die. I don't hate it. I understand why you did it. I wouldn't like flame you. I usually lean away from these TPs just because like the gold you're gonna get from farming out the ancients twice and like the top wave is like way more than you get from this kill. And like the only reason this TP is good is because you're enabling your teammates.
Yeah.
And you're in the 1K bracket.
Because I felt like fight a bit more because they had like 4 carries.
I want you to not think of that at all, by the way.
Okay.
I don't care how many carries they have. Like people, it affects your guys' decisions way too much.
Okay.
I'm not saying it doesn't matter, but it definitely creates this like sorts of pseudo panic you guys have that it just shouldn't create. And I don't want you guys to have that feeling. I hate it. It's not good.
Yeah.
And Dota just doesn't work that way. In my bracket, if they have 4 carries, it's me with 20k net worth and them with 12 each. And it's like, okay, cool.
That's what I tried to think. I think that I'll
there's only so much farm in the game, man. The only reason 4 carries is good in low MMRs is because the game goes till 45, so they can all get items.
Because the game's gonna go to like an hour.
Yeah, so they can all get items. But like at the 20-minute mark, they have 4 carries. I don't care if they have 4 carries. They can't all farm. There's only so many creeps to hit. Like they literally like the fact that they have a 3rd carry means that the other 2 carries aren't getting items. Like that's what it means. That's what it tells me. Like, fuck, if they have more carries, I'm more content to farm for, like, the first 20 minutes. Because I can farm super aggressively. None of those heroes are, like, killing me because they're carries.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
I punish greed by hitting my timing earlier than they do. Because they all have a bunch of fucking camps they're splitting and shit. Dude, they're fucking Ricky Bristle Drow underneath a tier 1 tower right now.
Yeah.
What does that tell you? Like, they're fucking 3 carries and underneath a tower. Like, Jesus, that's what you guys need to think when they have 4 carries. TP again. Like I said, I usually don't make these TPs, but it works out. I would say you're more inclined to make this TP because you have a bounty hunter. That would actually influence my decision. So maybe with a bounty hunter, I'd be more inclined.
That's exactly what I was thinking about the bounty.
You know what? If you thought about bounty, man,
it didn't cross my mind. I thought they're diving again. Let's go kill him.
Yeah. You know what, man? The bounty hunter definitely would affect my decision making. Okay. Yeah, man. Your farming patterns overall are way above your MMR bracket for sure. You need to have So like here, this is like a perfect example where Koikfa would be flaming me. You push out this mid wave, you see what's going on bottom, just walk up.
Okay.
Just walk up,
Walk
man.
away.
Walk away. Is there any objective that matters to you here?
No.
I'm just telling you, man, that the number of times that that's correct for you is so few that I don't need you to make this choice. We'll make this choice when you've played 10,000 games of Dota, okay?
It went through my mind, so I thought, no, I'm not going. I'm going to farm this camp. And I thought, if they come to our mid-tier 2, then we'll farm.
The way I look at it is that I don't even consider that, like, the way I want you guys to look at it, because this is what I show in my Smurf games, my, like, low MMR Smurf games. Is there an objective there? No, who gives a shit? The reason why I don't mind your TP's bottom is because there is an objective there. Like, the enemy team is diving your tier 1 tower, your teammates are trying to defend a tier 1 tower. So, like, I'll never flame you for that type of TP if you think you can be impactful. But whatever the fuck this is, dude, there's just nothing there, man.
Yeah.
We just don't care. Like, in my mind, if I'm farming right now, anything that happens here, anything that happens here, anything that happens here, or here, is what I care about.
Okay. All right.
Anything else? I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I literally don't give a shit. Nothing else. Like, I'm going to be hitting creeps, unless one of those 4 things is happening. Because those are the 4 objectives I have to consider when I think about the objectives I'm going to take, or the objectives they're going to take. It's only 4 things on the map. Otherwise, you're just like, let's go hit some creeps. So what I see with these people fighting bottom, so what I probably would have done here, I'm just telling you, like, perfect decision making. I would have cleared this wave, and I would probably go hit this small camp, and then I'd walk towards top. Okay? And I would see this random ass shit happening bottom, and I'd be like, maybe this allows me to go another wave mid. Like, I'd be like, I'd be like up here right now. I'd be like right here. And I'd be like, huh, maybe that lets me go another wave mid. So I'd like quickly walk here and then clear the wave and then go top.
Yeah.
Like, I would clear this and then go top. Because guess what? There's some random ass fucking fight in your jungle. What do you think the enemy team's doing?
No.
They're running straight to the fucking fight. You're in 1K. Like, that's what they're doing. So that allows you to quickly push this wave. Right? And then you just run back.
They're not going to push waves.
They're not going to do the correct shit. They're going to run to this random ass engagement in the jungle. And now you're going to be stuck doing this shit. Would you have rather farmed 2 creep waves, 3 creep camps, and top wave? Or this?
I'd rather hit that top tier 2 than this.
Yeah! It's just that simple, bro. It's just that simple.
Yeah, because I'm in a really awkward spot.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Nice.
Nobody else was doing it, so I thought I'd do it myself.
Dude, I did this on Ursa yesterday, actually, in my game. I was like, oh, I didn't get a double damage, because on Ursa you don't need a DD, but the enemy team was bottom, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'll just go hit Roche, see what happens, and none of them came, so I got Roche. Okay. Okay, so you see them bottom, you're going to push top, right?
His crowd never left that.
Okay.
It's really annoying.
Forced reaction. This is a little scary to me. Yeah, this is you learning your limits. I would have personally never hit that tier 2, but I can see why you think you could have. But it's just learning your own limits as a hero. Nice. Fucking killed them both. Got a gem. Sick.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is textbook shit right here. It looks like they abandoned on Bristol.
No, he carried on. They came back, it was close, yeah.
Well, what I'm seeing from you is pretty standard. You're playing the right half of the map. You're, other than that overextension into their tier 2, like you're forward and backing pretty standard here. You're walking back to top immediately. Go ahead.
Yeah, it should have been as close as there's some stupid feed. I think Drow got farmed and that's it. Yeah, this was one first feed. And then there's a couple of feeds after. Drow just kept farming and she had like a Daedalus, 2 Daedaluses, 2 butterflies.
It's the plural of Daedalus is Daedali. Just so we're on the same page.
And that felt like only one team, and then it was like, this was stupid. This is so stupid. What happens here?
I mean, this all started with you just dying in a way you didn't expect to die. I don't really think much of these deaths. I more so think like, okay, I couldn't play that far up against the Shadowblade Slark, or I have to be more precautious against Shadowblade Slark. You know, you're against 2 Invis heroes that pick off. That's just going to decide how far up I can push. You know? So in these type of games, what I learned for myself is, oh, if I have Lion behind me, we can just kill them. So Lion being on the top half of the map, that's going to help determine how far up I'm going to play.
Yeah.
You know what I
Lion
mean?
took my ages,
No, I see this. But, like, you see what I'm saying there, though? When your Battle Fury's backpack, that's a yikes. Yeah, you're going to quickly realize you're not cleaving. Okay.
Yeah, then she killed me so quick. I thought, how the hell did she kill me?
Yeah, so what I'm seeing here, I'm just going to tell you, because I've seen this game, like, I've seen enough this game as well, we'll make sure we get to your support game, is that all I'm seeing wrong with this game is you just don't know your limits, top.
Okay.
You just don't know your limits. You don't know the matchups. And that's fine. Like, dude, that's exactly what you're supposed to go learn on yourself. Like, the fact that the way you're playing the map, other than you walking to these random engagements, both games, and TPing before the engagements happen, your overall map play is really good. I think if you just stick to your guns about, I need you to remind yourself, maybe 20 minutes plus, what objectives do I care about?
Yeah.
BSJ told me top and mid. If it's anywhere around the bottom tier 2, bottom tier 2, Roche, or top tier 2. Other than that, you just don't give a shit. You actually just don't give a shit. So this little bait fight you had in the jungle, bottom, last game where the opponent wasn't at the tier 3 yet because they weren't fighting, if you just remove those movements from your game, your farming patterns are like eons above 1K. But you're actually just griefing yourself. Like, you're literally like taking all your hard work and just flushing it. Like, that's all you're doing.
That's what I find. I find that in so many games I lose. Like, I did so well the first half of the game, and then
you're just flushing it, dude. That's all that's happening. And I want you to realize that if you stick to your guns on what objectives matter to you, because you know them already, I can clearly tell by the way you're playing the game. If you can just, when I say be more disciplined, it's just like keep reminding yourself. Don't forget. Don't let yourself forget. Slap yourself in the face, metaphorically or realistically. I don't really care. If you do it. Like, if you go see that fight in the jungle and you go to it, you're like, fuck! Quakeful would be yelling at BSJ, yelling at me right now.
Yeah.
You know? So, those are the things. Because, honestly, other than those, you're looking really good. So, I really like what you're doing. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the CM game now. That's what I started doing, by the way, guys. Like, I like, dude, Quake would be so mad at me right now. I just, like, you know, I get mad at myself, and I'm like, okay, I just can't do it again. Can't do it again. Okay. Let's see what you do. So you're against Pudge, you buy a win lace, great. I can now safely assume from the answers you've given me that you are critically thinking about your items and play. So I'll kind of just give a reason why what you're doing is correct, and if you didn't do that, then just tell me. Okay, got caught with those hook. Unfortunate. I would call this just a yikes, but not much else.
Yeah, I get less tilted with those hooks, stupid hooks now.
Yeah, dude, just let it happen, man. Like, just be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have gotten hooked there. I probably would have skimped out on the salve. I probably would have done what you're doing with the mana regen with the salve. Just something to think about.
I bought it for the PL.
No, I know. And what I'm saying is that notice how, like, these items... Like, get these items now, and then have this salve be over here.
Yeah.
And you're good, right?
Yeah, I think that was a replay I was watching yesterday, I think, about the... What was it? I can't remember. But he bought his salve first. Underlord, it was Underlord replay.
Oh, God, you salved him with a Trian hitting him. Yikes.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Okay, you learned your lesson there. That's all just matchup shit, man. And against any summons hero, you got to consider the summons when salving. Give him a tango. Okay. My question for you right fucking now. If you were the carry, what would you do right now?
I'd want regen.
No. We're talking about shit that actually fucking matters. What would you do right now? If you were the carry. Right now, what are you thinking?
Creep aggro.
Where?
Oh,
Where?
range creep. Like, towards the tower.
Okay, why would you do that?
Because he's gonna push the tower with his stupid tree things.
Okay.
And he'll, like, dive us.
Great. Why is your PL not doing it?
Because he's low health.
Okay. This is supporting.
I can do it as a support.
Dude! It's crazy! All you have to do is know what you would do as a carry!
Yeah.
That's all you have to know!
Yeah.
Dota's so easy, man. It's like, I asked you what you would do if you were carry right now. All you are is an extension of this guy. That's all you are. Like, it's like, you're just enabling him to do his
I'm
job.
his minion. Yeah, I'm his minion.
You're his little minion, dude. If you as a carry would want the wave pulled under tower right now, and your carry can't do it, then you're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy, man. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. You already know this stuff. You can ask yourself, you basically ask yourself, I'm the carry. Do I want solo XP? Do I want help? Do I want creep aggro under tower? Do I want vision over here? Do I, am I scared of hooks? What's the problem here? And then as you look at your hero's kit and you think, what can I do about this shit? If you can't do much, what's your answer usually? What?
Go.
Go pull! Crazy! Fucking crazy!
I didn't want to pull there because he's already like under our tower.
No, man, but you're supposed to drag the creeps under tower so
Yes,
that they push
yes.
out so then you can pull, bro.
Yeah.
Why aren't you pulling? Because the creeps are pushing. Get the creeps not to push so you can pull.
Yeah.
You're just gluing yourself to the lane. That's what's happening. So I understand why you get in this situation, but dude, supporting, like, for people who know how to play carry and have zero clue how to play support in my bracket, it blows my fucking mind. I'm like, is it really that hard to envision you being the PL right now? Like,
No.
I'm yelling at you as a 1K guy, dude. This is like fucking like 8K players, okay? I'm like, dude, you're the PL. What would you want right now? Would you want to see him sucking your dick under tower or pulling?
Yeah.
What would you want?
Pulling.
Right? So if you're the CM and you know he wants you pulling, then all you have to ask yourself is, why aren't you pulling? And you gave me the answer. You told me exactly why you're not pulling. So fucking fix it. Right? Crazy. Dude. I'm telling you, man, I'm enthusiastic about you as a student because I can see the progress. I really do. It's cool. I like coaching you because I see the progress. I fucking see my concepts and like fundamentally good Dota in your games, and I see a lot of it just getting botched, meaning like your intentions are there, but you just haven't played enough Dota to like know what to do in all these situations, and that's fine. Like, I'm seeing it all botched. I'm seeing what could go wrong. I'm learning a lot about teaching other people by teaching you. I think this is really cool for me, and so I'm just telling you that makes me excited. And
good.
You are not far off, my man. I'm almost shocked you're still 900 MMR. I feel like these couple things you're doing wrong is like probably just gimping you. I have to just imagine, because the stuff you're doing 95% of the game is like 4K level. There's like these 5% of the games where it's just like random feeds or so, and this is like proof that like if you guys apply my concepts, that you're not just going to get like 4K overnight, because you still have to learn these hero matchups. You still have to experience all these games. Like there's no substitute for a Furion breaking that salve with his Treant.
Yeah.
Like, I can't teach you that shit. You're just going to have to be like, I salved this guy and he got hit by a Treant. It's like, that's just shit that you learn to think about because it happens to you. So, what I'm saying is I expect, I don't want to put pressure on you, but I really do expect you to just skyrocket at some point when all this stuff starts to click. I feel like you're really close. So keep out what you're doing, man. I think your attitude's really good. I enjoy coaching you, and I think you're definitely doing I can tell you're trying your best to apply all this shit.
I just can't wait. It's just that I'm waiting for it to translate into MMR. I thought I had a breakthrough with Spectre, but then I realized, it's Spectre's broken.
So no. I wanted you to know, man, that part of Dota is being able to play heroes that are good. That's like part of the game. So like you should eventually be able to play Jug right now. It's like after you feel like you can win as much as you did with Spectre on Jug, you should then play Wraith King. Move on, please. Don't glue yourself to Jug.
No, that's what I did. That's what I did with Spectre, because I thought, I've won like 16 in a row now. I was getting I think 60 or 90 MMR a game for some reason. Like after
because they thought you were smurfing or some shit. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's smurf detection. Yeah, they give you more than 30 MMR if they think you're smurfing.
Oh, then I play different carries like Clinks and other stuff, and I just kept losing.
Don't play shit that doesn't clear ways, man. Clink's no.
Yeah.
Clink's is a
Yeah,
fucking
it is.
no. But BSJ, he has a high win rate in 2K. Shut the fuck up, guys. Clink's is not a hero to climb MMR with. Fuck you. Sorry.
Oh, could you give me like Jug's my like obvious one? What other
This
heroes-
patch right now, Jug,
Yeah.
Troll, Ursa, Wraith King.
Jug, Troll, Ursa, King. Okay.
I personally think Monkey King's a really hard hero, guys. I actually think he's the most broken carry in Dota right now, but I think he's really hard. So
I tried him, and I was like,
Dude,
I think I watched your Quafer games, and I tried, and I just got.
dude,
stomped
Monkey King is
every
fucking
game.
hard, dude. Yeah, let's not do that. Wait, why is my Monkey King level 5? Oh, wait, did I lose my Dota Plus subscription? What's going on here?
Yeah, all yours are level 5. Your
Yeah.
Slark's level 5 as well.
What the fuck? Okay, I'll have to look into that after this. Okay.
I shall be inferior as usual.
What do you think about that play? My question.
I think it's either scripting or there's a ward.
I would literally be like, well, I guess he has a ward there. Queue up the sentry. Yep, nice.
I don't think I went back there though. Scared to go again.
If you don't end up going back, it's fine. It's just like, the funny thing to me is, dude, people lull at that shit. I feel like a lot of people get tilted at that shit, even in my bracket. It's like, well, I guess he has a ward. That should be all that goes through your head right there. It's like,
Literally,
oh,
it was like there's no way.
I guess he has a ward, guys. You know, like
Yeah,
that's there should be nothing more to it than that. Don't be hard on yourself. You're gonna fuck up. Like, that's shit that, honestly, as CM, you probably shouldn't be roaming the map against a Pudge, unless you have vision there. Like, because if you don't see the Pudge, you're always at threat of getting hooked. So I personally, like, this is something to teach, is that I would not roam the map against a hero that threatens me if I don't see wherever I am. So, like, in this type of game, if you're threatened, whenever you move, you need to see where you're moving to, otherwise you shouldn't feel good about moving there. So that is a lesson to learn. But if you fuck up, it's like, oh, I guess you had vision there. Don't beat yourself up, guys. Just don't, like, walk into that same ward and die 3 times. That happens in my bracket, okay? Please don't do that. Please don't fucking do that. Please don't walk into the same ward 3 times. It actually happens in AK. You'd think it doesn't, but it does. It does. It fucking does. Okay. Oh, nice. They placed a ward. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What do you think right now?
Mid.
Mid, you said?
Yeah, mid's free.
Great. Very fantastic.
I stayed because the Necro was here. Wait, by the way.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Tower is under attack.
Do you know what, like, the #1 strength of Necro is? This stage in the game?
He defends towers. He's really hard to kill.
He just shoves the fuck out of the wave.
Okay.
That's what he does. Like, you're right. Like, what you just said is, like, kind of accurate, but, like, the intent, like, the implication of it is that he just shoves the waves. So if you look mid, and your Necro's rotating to you, and his wave's pushed into his tower, you say, this is dumbass shit, and you TP mid.
Okay.
That's like an example of a hero understanding, guiding your decision-making. Okay? So it's like, Necro Bristle, 2 of the best lane pushers in the game. They should never rotate anywhere if the lane is not pushed. It just makes no sense. Okay? So, that's the kind of example where I personally would just be like, what the fuck? And just TP mid. I have no idea why this guy's here.
Yeah.
Don't get baited by this shit. It's the same on support as it is on carry. Remember how I talked about, like, don't get baited by this stupid shit in your jungle.
Yeah.
Don't get baited by this stupid-ass rotation by your Necro. He hasn't pushed mid yet. I want you to think to yourself, 80% of the time, unless the game is in dire straits, meaning you guys are just getting shafted, okay? That if your mid laner rotates and his lane is not pushed, you go there. Almost every time. Like, you can, for now, assume every single time. Because that means he fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay? That actually goes for everybody, because I fucked up that shit yesterday in one of my games, or 2 days ago. I fucked up that shit, and I'm like almost 9K, so if you think this shit doesn't stop happening, it does. Nah, it's not happening. These skills that I'm teaching you to respond to your shitty teammates, they don't end. The application of them does not end. So, as a PL, I'm politely requesting that you fuck off. Paging in. Fuck off. Thank you.
No, but because he was getting Dove, I TP'd there. And then I left.
Yeah. So, you lingered about 4 or 5 extra seconds.
Yeah.
What you're doing here is reasonable. I probably would have assessed that I don't want to do whatever's happening top, and Necro doesn't really need my help. So I'm either walking bottom or what?
Yeah, the walking bottom.
So top lane, PL doesn't really need me. Necro doesn't need my help.
Necro doesn't need me.
So if you, I said you're either walking bottom because that's the only lane. That's the only lane left, right? So.
Oh, so at the bottom or. Well, I could.
What's up?
Jungle or stuck the ancients or jungle.
Yeah, hit up the newts, baby. You know how we know how to hit up the newts? We've thought about every single lane and none of them make sense.
Yeah.
And you just go, okay, time to hit up the newts, baby. That's why CM is great, because she has an option to hit up the newts.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're a support that can't hit up the newts, that's when you stack, right? That's like you just said, you stack.
Okay. Yeah.
So, like, this moment of, like, what the fuck do I do in the game? As long as you're critically thinking about, like, what lane you could go to and you think to yourself, none of this really makes sense to me. Hit up the newts, baby.
Yeah.
That's how you come to it. If you guys just randomly jungle because you don't know what the fuck's going on in the game without thinking about the lanes, that's a problem. But if you thought about all the lanes and you couldn't come to a conclusion and you hit up the newts, even if you're wrong, if you critically thought about it, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay?
So why would I not go bottom? Why would it better hit the
No, I would hit up. I'm saying it's either bottom or newts. That's what I'm saying. Because what I'm saying to you in this game, my thought process is PL doesn't want me here, Necro doesn't need me here, so it's either bottom. So I'm gonna look bottom.
Right.
I'm gonna see what's going on there, or jungle. So like right now,
assuming the Necro stayed mid.
yes. Assuming Necro stayed mid. So, like, right now, I would do this. I would... No. So, what you're doing... right this moment, I would look bottom.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, don't need to go there yet. And I would just W this big creep.
Ah, okay. Right, yeah.
And then what would happen is I would W that big creep, probably stack this camp and this camp, W the big creep at this camp again. Then I would see this wave right here. And then I would TP at about 1140 when it's hitting my tower. Like right here. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe you TP? Do you TP?
No.
Bro! So you're pushing mid. Next best
thing. I stayed
thing.
mid because nobody else was mid.
Dude. Okay, guys. This is my 1K Smurf games in a nutshell. It's literally my team running around like a bunch of chickens with their head cut off and me clearing all the waves. That's all it is. You're in EU. This isn't NA strats. This is just bad Dota. This is 1K Dota. The beauty is you don't have to worry about this when you play Jug because you clear those waves. Because I told you to.
Yeah. That's why I do like playing support. Just because of.
Dude, you get so much farm. Queue up the fucking Midas, bro.
It's so stress free.
Queue up that Midas.
From CM.
This is what I'm thinking right now, bro. This is what I'm thinking right now. I can go join whatever the fuck this shit is. BSJ told me the bottom tower and the mid tower are my objectives. So I either queue up or I either join whatever the fuck this shit is. Or money!
Yeah.
Money. My friend, money. I would have TP'd to that way earlier, too. There were like 12 creeps there. Whatever the fuck this is, I don't care if you get a kill. I don't care what the fuck's going on. Just go bottom. I don't care about any of this shit. I don't care about this.
Yeah. There's a lot. 4 creep waves, I think.
Yeah, that was like 4 or 5 creep waves. I want you to think of that as not just the farm, but the map pressure you're creating, the space you're creating for your team when they respawn. Because what happens is, if you do that, your team's going to respawn, and they might as well not have had died. Because the map looks exactly like they were playing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only thing they lost was the gold. Which they weren't getting anyway, because they weren't farming the fucking creeps. So, who cares? I want you guys to realize, I learned in the Nico Baby Carry course when I watched it, I analyzed the course, he said every single fight, whether it was good or bad, is determined by what the waves look like. Every single fight he took. He was literally assessing Alliance games saying this fight went well for us because of the waves. This fight went poorly because we didn't shove top wave. So when you see a fight breaking out in top lane and both of the other 2 lanes are at your tier 1 towers, just remember, Nico Baby with his tattoos would be staring into your eyes and giving you the death stare of death. Okay? That's what he'd be doing right now. He'd be saying, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
That's what he'd be doing. I want you to think about that. You could even have a picture. When you're playing support, I encourage you, if you have a second monitor, pull up a picture of Nico Baby. Right there.
Just keep it staring at you.
Some picture, as much of an angry stare as we can find from him in a picture. You should just have it on another monitor. And every time you think to go to that fight, look at his face real quick. Okay? I can pull up a picture if you need me to. I can find one.
Yes, I'm willing.
Dyer's top tower is under attack. Dyer's top tower, middle tower is under attack.
Lanes are good. Fight's good. Crazy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
You guys got the fight. That your teammates go bottom, so you go, or sorry, go top, so you go bottom. That'd be a little scary if this Nico Baby named PA. That's actually completely coincidental. Did not notice that.
Double damage.
I had a miracle in my game the other day.
No, that's sick, dude. Miracle smurfing in 1K. Very cool.
Yeah, I got really excited.
Fucking toxic ass
Miracle.
shitter. Wins a TI, thinks he can smurf in 1K.
Elsewhere.
Yep, so this is the same thing as the Jug game, man. It's the same shit. As Jug, you have to decide whether or not you're allowed to hit that tier 2. As a support, you have to decide whether or not you're even allowed to show on this fucking creep wave.
Yeah.
Because you're weaker, right?
Yeah.
Same concepts, it's just lower amount of strength. So you have to, like, decide how carefully you have to go about this whole process. Okay?
I could hide in the trees and nuke the wave.
Absolutely, my friend. So every time you die like this, just think, could I have done the exact same thing on the map more carefully?
Yeah.
Right? You're dying underneath tier 2 as Jug, maybe you should just farm a little bit further back. You're dying underneath your tower as CM, maybe you should be hiding in the trees. Once you've exhausted the safest option in the game, and it didn't work, that's when you know you weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But until then, you have no clue. Until then. So the learning process is make the guess of how safely you think you have to farm this. You thought you were good here? That's fine. You clearly learned you're not. Next time, you'll learn differently. I remember that there was that clip of me on AA saying, dude, I'm actually playing so well on AA. And then like 2 seconds later, I just died to a PA. And I didn't know he had Abyssal yet. I literally was thinking, I actually swear to you guys, I shit you not. I was thinking to myself, I don't think PA has Abyssal yet, and he needs it to kill me. Because I had a Ghost Scepter. I could just Ghost Scepter TP. So I was like, if he blinks on me, I'll just Ghost Scepter and TP, because he can't bash me if I'm Ghost Scepter. So I was like, thinking to myself, if he doesn't have Abyssal yet, I'm fine. And then like 2 seconds later, he just blinks on me with Abyssal and kills me. That shit was pretty funny. But okay, man, we've hit about an hour and a half. Do you have any final questions? I feel like this was a good session for you, but do you have any final questions about application of this stuff or anything? You're cutting out a little bit. Just give me a yes or a no whether or not you're good.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Towards the end, you've been cutting out a tad. I've understood most of what you said, though. But okay, man. Awesome. I really do like coaching you. I wish you best of luck and keep at it, dude. So.
Thank you. Thank you. See you next time.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
If you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all that shenanigans, because at the end of the day, YouTube does care about that. You may not care about it, I may not care about it, but the YouTube algorithm does. So please do.